Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I like to share any and all things that bring me joy, hence the name Sharelation. Today I took it upon myself to participate in a tag video that was created by Isabelle Style. I'll link her video down below, but it really gave me some inspiration on thinking about what is important to me in my collection. My collection isn't really that big or that extensive, but I do have a couple of bags and some jewelry pieces, and it really made me think about what I truly like for myself. So it was a really good exercise for me to think about and see what I would prioritize first to purchase again. So the tag video is what are the first 10 items I would buy again if I lost my entire luxury collection. And to me, I'm including bags, jewelry, and SLGs in this kind of luxury category. I didn't include any like shoes or clothing items because to me that's a separate area. So first off, I would clearly buy some jewelry. I purposely put this out and display just for a little bit of eye candy. The first thing I would get is, I'm actually cheating a little bit, it's not really just one item, but it's a set. I would purchase again the Cartier Trinity set. So I have the ring, I have the bracelet, I have the matching necklace, which is the smaller size. It's this size, but as a necklace, and the earrings. So I have the full set. I really like wearing it together, sometimes separately. I've been wearing my bracelet and my necklace for, I don't know, like at least the past year, and I don't even take it off. I go to the gym with it, I shower with it, I do everything with it on. It's on me 24/7. And I find that the design is very simple and classic. So here's a close-up view of the earrings. And it has all three colored metals. So the silver, the rose gold, and the gold. And I find that it can just match everything. And it's very much a everyday type piece. If I really need to wear this like to a wedding or a formal event, I think it can still look very nice because it's just very simple, classic, and timeless. So that's the first thing I would repurchase is the entire set. For me, I like to have my jewelry as a set. This is probably my only set actually, but I have been intrigued by the Love set, but I haven't gone and purchased the whole set like that because that's a little bit too much logo for me. I do have the Love ring, which I'm wearing on my index finger. I can interchange it on my other fingers, but sometimes if I want to wear more of my rings, I would wear it as a piece on my index finger, and I have the wedding band size, so it's the thinner one. This was actually one of the other things that I would repurchase. I've been enjoying wearing this Love ring and stacking it with other items. So my first is the Cartier Trinity set, and the second item would be the Love ring. Speaking of other jewelry items, the other piece I would get is my Hermes Kelly ring. This is also a very nice piece to wear. You may see me in other videos wearing this very consistently. I find it very easy to just match everything. Again, it's very much an everyday piece, and I would interchange this out with my Trinity set and my Love ring. The other one that I thought of putting on my list, which I didn't, is my Ariane Hermes wedding ring. So this is very thin. If I just do a quick comparison with the width of the Kelly ring and the Ariane ring, you can see it's a little bit thinner, and you see it has a gap in the middle because it's trying to show a very simple H design. I find that this stacks very, very nicely with certain rings. I wouldn't stack it with my Trinity ring, which I just took off. And I would actually stack it with this Love ring. So I would put the Love ring on, and I would put the Ariane ring right on top. And I think this looks so great. It looks like it could be one piece, and I thought it looked really nice together to stack. The only reason why I didn't choose the Ariane ring as the third piece to repurchase is because I feel like you can find this kind of design almost anywhere. I know it's not the same, but to have a thin ring to stack on something else. You can probably get that in other places. That's not like high-end luxury like Cartier or Hermes. But that's the only reason why this didn't make the cut, because I did have to choose 8 other things. So again, the Trinity set and the love ring would be my picks from Cartier, and the Kelly ring from Hermes would be my third pick. So I'll put that on the side here as well. On the theme of jewelry, I still have 2 other things I would purchase. So here I have 2 Chanel earrings here. They're both quite similar in the sense that they are very classic items. This first one is the CC logo, and it has the crystals on it. It is a little bit smaller, so it's very much can be day to day, but it's a little bit dressy at the same time because of the crystals. And the other piece I got are these, oops, didn't realize they came out, are these CC turn lock earrings. And I like these because they're very classic. They remind me of the handbag. Sorry, it doesn't want to go back in. They remind me of the classic flap handbag, and I really liked the design for that aspect. And also you'll notice this doesn't have any crystals or any stones on it. I know some people have had problems with their Chanel costume jewelry in the sense that some of the crystals fall out. This has not happened to me because I always take it off and put it away. You know, when I finish wearing it, I never wear it in the shower. So this has not come off, and I hope it doesn't. But I liked these because of the classic look, and it can be worn, you know, dressed up or down. You can see that the top pair is a little bit bigger than the bottom. So depending on what you like, you know, this is more of a statement piece. This is a little bit more dainty. But between these 2, I would only keep 1 pair or repurchase 1 pair. And honestly, I think I would go for the crystal pair because I like it a little bit smaller and daintier, and it has a little bit of a bling to it, but I hope it doesn't, you know, the stones wouldn't fall out. So this would be what I would get. I did purchase at the London Heathrow Airport a couple of years back. I don't know what the prices are now because I have not looked, but I'm sure they are quite expensive. And I got this pair off of Fashion File because I really liked the design. So among the 2, I would pick this pair as the pair to purchase again. Okay, so that would be item, what is it? 1, 2, 3, item number 4 that I would repurchase. And the 5th item is also kind of in the jewelry family. And I decided to choose something from Hermes. Now, among these 3, these are 3 leather bracelets that I have, and they are 3 different colors because I wanted some variety. So this is the Kelly Dog bracelet in the color, I think this is Etude. And this is the double Tor Kelly bracelet in the classic gold color, and this is the mini version in blue broom. I love all 3 for different reasons, but if I really had to choose one to wear and wear every day or one to repurchase, it would probably be the middle one, the gold color. Not necessarily the gold color, but this particular style, because I think it's very fun. They're very playful, not too big. This is a little bit big, so sometimes it may not really go with everything, but this could go with pretty much any kind of outfit you're wearing, assuming it's more on the casual side. I'm open to any color, so if this was in blue broom in this size, I would love that too, or a pop of pink, gray, any color. But if I had to repurchase, it would be this style. And I'm happy with the gold color as well because it's very classic Hermes and very easy to match with other things. So this would be my 5th item to repurchase. Okay, so I will put this on the side as item number 5. Okay, so next would be in the bag area. Actually, let's go through SLGs first because I narrowed it down actually to 2 items, and among these 2 I would just pick one, and I'm sure many of you might agree. So the first item I reconsidered was the Chanel Classic card holder in the caviar finish in gold, hardware, and black. The other piece would be the Louis Vuitton key clay. I got this in the men's line. I do have the classic one in the Louis Vuitton monogram, but currently I'm using this. And honestly, if I had to choose between these two, I would probably choose the clay, only because of its durability, the ease of use, and it's very much more carefree than the Chanel card holder. And it has the zipper so things won't fall out. I love this one. I really do. I love using it, and I rotate it out quite often in my daily, things I carry daily. But my fear would be, as the leather ages, the leather might stretch out. So I'm also very careful about not putting too much in it. I would put one card in front, one in the back on the top pocket, and one here in the bottom one, and maybe something in the middle. So at most I would have maybe 4 or 5 cards in here at most, just to prevent it from stretching out and damaging the leather, or making it too loose, so if it tumbles out of my bag, I don't want things to fall out. So that's really the only reason. Otherwise, I would choose this as well. And plus, the price of this is more than the clay. And for an SLG that can be, swapped in and out of bags, it can fall on the ground. I need something to be very durable, and that's the reason why I chose this, because you can put way more than 5 cards in here, and it has a zipper closer, so it has that added protection, and it is really carefree, and it's very small and compact. You can see in terms of the height, it is shorter than the card holder. It's a tiny bit wider. You can see it sticks out a little bit more on the side here, but this fits in every single bag that you would possibly have. So that's also why I chose this one as the 6th item. Okay, so I'll leave that here and then move on to my last 4 items, which would be 4 bags. Now this one is considered considered an SLG, but I use it as a bag. And that is none other than my special edition wallet on chain. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece. It has the turn lock. Actually, it's very similar to the earrings that I have, which I never thought of comparing the size, but let's do that really quick because I'm just curious. So the earring looks like it's very similar in size to the closure of the walk. The earring is a little bit smaller, but you can see it's the same thing. So I really like that in terms of this. So I would be fine just choosing this instead of the crystal pair, but if I had to choose one, I did. So this is a little bit bigger than the earring, and it's a very classic look from Chanel. Not many walks have this turn lock closure, which is one of the main reasons why I bought it. The other reason why is the leather finish is very special. It's a shiny calf skin. It's not patent, so it wouldn't have those problems of the patent leather. Although it does look like it's patent, but it's not. And the chain is very special as well. You may have seen my other videos where I show a little bit of a close-up, but I'll do that really quick. The chain is special because it has that classic woven finish, but it also spells out here Chanel in these charms. So I thought it's a very nice touch, and the chain actually slides through like all the other walks, so you can have this hang either side of your shoulder, but I like it hanging where it's actually spelling Chanel like this, versus swinging it the other way, because then it would be spelling Chanel backwards. So I do want this one as a repurchase. I know I may not be able to find the exact same one, but this is just a theoretical, hypothetical situation. And inside my walk, I have this base shaper from N Boutique, which has helped me maximize all the space in the walk. So again, this would be my 6th pick for the top 10 items I would repurchase in my collection. And this serves as a really nice evening bag as well, because of, the small size, and it's very dainty. It has the pretty chain, and I think it also can be used every day as well. It's a little bit dressy, but it can still work. So this would be my sixth pick. Okay, so my next bag is, let's just stick with the Chanel theme. I know with the Chanel price increases these days, it's crazy. It's just crazy how expensive it is compared to what it was before and just a few years back. And I'm just shocked. Like I don't even know what to say about the price increases anymore. But I hope that anyone that wanted a Chanel bag has gotten one already. I purchased this, which is my seventh pick. This single flap jumbo. I got this from Fashion File at pre-loved, and I think the condition is pretty good for what it was. I think I paid a little over $4,000 for this, which is, just thinking about the prices now, like I just can't believe it. I can't believe how expensive it is for a jumbo now. I would rather get a Birkin or a Kelly, which I don't have in my collection. I do hope to have one of those one day, and that would probably take its place in one of the top 10, to be honest, but I don't have it. So I'm picking only the things that I have in my collection. So this is my single flap jumbo, caviar leather and the silver hardware. And inside I do have an organizer from Samorga. So this would be my seventh pick. Alternatively, like if I didn't have a choice of getting a jumbo again, which would be very difficult with the price increase, first I would try to get it pre-loved. That's without saying. I would not get it new in the boutique for that price. And if I can't find a jumbo that I like in terms of the price and the size and the specs, I think a good alternative would be a seasonal piece from Chanel that has that classic look. So this I got not too long ago, just last September, when I was in London for a business trip. And this one is, I believe, a seasonal piece. I don't think it's part of the classic collection, but it is a small flap. They just call it a small flap bag. So I've been keeping it stuffed and protected in its box. So it is like the small size. It's definitely bigger than the mini, and it has the classic turn lock. It is a little bit more spacious than the small, I think, because it sort of has that accordion style opening or shape here where you can stretch it out a little bit more to put more in it. And it has a back pocket. The one thing I liked about this bag was the adjustable chain. So the chain doesn't have the leather piece woven in it, which I did prefer, but I can understand why they didn't do it that way, because this is fully adjustable. If I move this more into the middle, you can see this clasp or this little push mechanism here. You can make the chain as short as this, which would be very much a shoulder bag. In this sense. So that's just the shortest, and it can extend all the way to make this like a much longer crossbody chain. So this gives the flexibility to be a short shoulder strap bag, a long one, or a crossbody, which I really liked. And that's the one thing that the mini didn't have. And speaking of the mini and the small classic flap, I do want to mention one huge regret I have from that. Couple years back, I think it was during the pandemic, I sold both pieces. I sold my mini, which was a very beautiful lambskin mini in the navy color, because I was just scared to use it. I was scared that the leather would be scratched so easily and ruined, and I was afraid to use it. But then shortly after I sold it, the price of the minis went up and up and up and up. Now, I don't really regret selling it in that sense, but it would have been worth way more than what I sold it. And similarly, I had a classic, small classic flap bag that I purchased pre-loved in Japan. It was vintage. I got it for, I think it was like $2,000. And needless to say, the price of that, it has gone way up, even the vintage prices. So for that reason, I will really hesitate to sell any other Chanel item going forward. And I've been very careful about thinking about my purchases as well, because I don't want to sell any more Chanel pieces, because I really regret that. And it would have been worth way more than what I sold it for. But you live and you learn. But I thought I would just share that really quick. So my 7th item would be that jumbo classic flap. But alternatively, like a seasonal piece like that would be great. Okay, last 2 are also bags, and this one may not surprise you too much because I featured this bag on my channel quite a few times, and this is my small size Loewe puzzle bag in the color mink and sand. I think this color combination has been discontinued when they just have the color mink and not the combo of mink and sand. So this is my small puzzle bag. I've gone through in-depth videos about this before, so I won't go into too much more detail, but it does have an detachable, adjustable strap. I really love this bag because I like the color, I like the size, it's very much everyday use, and it is a very carefree bag. Like the leather, I really agree with what everyone says. The leather is pretty much, I would say, near indestructible. Like it's been through some rain, not heavy downpours, although I think I've been caught in that, but I try my best to protect it, and I just wipe it down and it's fine. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but if you're caught in it, that's what happens. It's very easy to use, and the shape and the design is just very much one of a kind. There's no other bag like this. So in that sense, I really would purchase this again because it's a really great everyday bag. You can travel with it, and you've seen, I had a recent video posted on how to collapse the bag and fold it so it can flatten. So I think that's a really neat feature, and it's been a really great bag to use time and time again. I do go back to this every so often to rotate it in my collection. Okay, and number 10, this wouldn't be complete if I did not choose something else from Hermes. I was contemplating between this bag and another one that I own, but I ultimately decided number 10 would be my picotin. I have the size 22 in the color gold. I leave it protected in its little dust bag for the lock. So I chose this one because number 1, I have this size. I do like the size 18. I do have the special one with the daisies on it, but I haven't really used that much because it's more of a spring bag. So maybe soon I will be able to take it out and enjoy it. But this color is, of course, the color gold, and it's a really good size. It is a little bit big, but it can fit more than your daily essentials, and it's okay. Like the small one is nice, but this one is not too bad as well. And I chose this over the Evelyn that I have. I have the Evelyn size PM. I brought it out just to show. I do use both of these very regularly. Actually, the Evelyn more so than the picotin because it is so carefree. I do like my crossbody bags, and I have 2 of these. I have the color navy here, and I have the same version of the PM size in the gold color. So I ultimately chose the picotin because all the other bags I chose can be crossbody or a shoulder bag. So that's the only reason why I didn't choose the Evelyn, because this would be a nice, fun, like little bucket bag style that can also be very much casual to use every day. You can tell I'm very much a casual dresser. I like to use my bags more as an everyday type of bag, and that would make me be able to use my collection more. So those would be the top 10 things that I would repurchase if I lost my luxury collection today. I hope this was a fun video for you to watch, and I thank Isabelle Style for creating this tag, and hope she enjoys watching this as well. Thanks, and hope you have a great day. Any questions you have, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will get back to you. Thanks, and stay happy and healthy. Bye.